Hey, what's going on, everyone? Snodzilla here again, coming back at you with a little different video. As you can see, I'm not exactly on camera here. If you joined us in our last two videos, I started making videos again the first of the year, which was Sunday, and I've changed things up a little. Not just doing sports cards anymore. I've decided to, I shouldn't say decided to, I've been doing it for a little while now, but I've decided to start posting videos of pickups I'm doing. I'm getting more into the pop culture, nostalgia type of stuff again. I was a kid who grew up in the 80s, so there are countless amount of things that I've been collecting over the past year now. There's a lot of it. I'm not going to lie. But I've decided what I'm going to do is start sharing some of this stuff. I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing videos of me going out and getting the stuff. I am a big bargain hunter. I love going out to hitting up local garage sales when it's garage sale season, flea markets, things like that. I do deals on Facebook, eBay, Mercari, things like that. I've been able to not meet personally yet, but gotten to know a few good people during the whole process who I actually buy from as well. But the first two videos I have done, the one I just kind of talked about things what I'm going to be doing going forward this year. The other one was some of my pickups I got. If you didn't watch the last one, I had some old and new pickups. And one thing before I do get started, I do appreciate, I can't stress enough, that part of the reason why I'm getting back and doing videos again is I missed the interaction. I did YouTube like 5 years ago. That's how I got started. Through all that, I got into breaking cards, but I had gotten away from, making videos and interacting with people. And I'm still in a group chat with quite a few of the guys that I got to meet through the years, guys I personally got to meet as well. But I did miss that interaction, and that's the big reason why I've decided to get back into this, because I do enjoy that. But I wanted to give a shout out. I appreciate Jimmy Guns. I've known him for quite a few years now, just through, again, doing YouTube stuff and talking to him some on Twitter and whatnot. And, he jumped on right away saying, hey, good to see you. And there's plenty of people, don't get me wrong. But the one thing, again, I appreciate, you guys never have to do something like this, but I do really appreciate it. He jumped on Twitter and said, hey, guys, buddy of mine's back into it again, doing this and that, and let's get him to 1,000 subs. I've always been under that benchmark, right under it, and I think I've jumped up like 35, 40 subs since he did that the other day. So I do really appreciate that, man. Again, never anything you have to do, but I do appreciate that. I didn't even think about it. Once you hit that 1,000, you can go live with your phone. I can always do live on YouTube, but to be able to use your cell phone and go out live, and if I do decide to do that while going out and doing some of my ventures, that would help out greatly. So again, Jimmy, appreciate it, man. You're a good dude, and it's been too long since I've been interacting with a lot of you guys, but I do appreciate that. So most anybody, you guys who watch me know Jimmy. If you don't, go over to his channel, Jimmy Guns. He's again, I've been away from the videos for a little while, but him and his daughter Aspen would always do a lot of card-related videos and whatnot. So definitely go check him out. But what I'm jumping into here today, like I said, a lot of the stuff I'm in a different collecting now. Some of this I'm reselling as well. I'm going to be doing some videos down the road or live. I do a lot of it in my Facebook group. Again, that's always linked below. Snodzilla, Nostalgia, Sports Cards, Collectibles, and more, something like that. I've changed the name since I got into this stuff. But what I did here is I got a pickup here what I thought was a really good deal. I'm going to go through some of this stuff. I'm not going to go into it deep because after this video is done, I'll actually be testing out all this stuff. But I had found a good deal on an original Xbox lot. The person who was selling it was a very OCD person, so kept really good care of their stuff. And they originally put it out there for one price. And I was like, hey, it's not bad, but I'm just not ready to pull any type of trigger yet. Well, $140 cheaper later, I ended up pulling the trigger. So I'm going to take you through some of this. What this is an original Xbox. I'm not going to open each and every one of these things. These are like some of the power adapters. And one thing I want to say about people who are into toys, collectibles, video games. I mean, here's one of the original Xbox DVD remotes. I mean, this thing is clean as hell. People do a phenomenal job of packing. It is unreal. Here's an original Xbox controller. Actually, I do want to take one of these out because I do have to test all this stuff anyways. But through all the pictures and stuff, and I know it's probably a little hard to see on camera, but man, these things are like just how clean they are. It blew my mind. But again, I have to go through and test all this stuff. Here's the second. So it came with 2 remotes. I'm going to show you the Xbox here too. This is, I mean, for an old Xbox, I know it's going to be backwards just so I can see. But I mean, this thing is so clean. It blew my mind. I couldn't pass it up. But here's the other part of it. It came with, and I'm going to go through these real quick. I'm not going to open each and every one. But it came with 32 Xbox games. So well, the funny thing is I was always a Sony PlayStation guy. I actually never got a original Xbox. I mean, these it blew my mind. Just again, but clean discs. But I always, every gaming system always catches my eye, and Splinter Cell, and I want to get them all. I'm gonna not all, but I'm gonna have a video coming up soon. We're actually in the room where I have my MechAssault. What was the last one? Rainbow Six 3. I mean, these come with all their manuals. I mean, the boxes themselves or the cases, excuse me, are in great shape. Ice Age 2, The Meltdown, and obviously I'm not keeping all these. This will be a keeper though. I've always wanted. Man, remember EB Games? Damn. Hit and Run, The Simpsons, Xbox. Simpsons stuff sells pretty well. But Kung Fu Chaos, sorry. See, I get easily sidetracked. It's my ADHD. But I couldn't pass it up. And again, back to Xbox. I never had one myself, but I do. There's certain consoles I want to get and have in my collection. This is one of them. This Xbox is not going anywhere unless there's something wrong with it. This is a Castlevania, which is cool. Curse of Darkness. I'm going to have to work on getting some of that off. But so some of this stuff I'm going to sell. I'm not keeping all this. This is a Platinum Hits Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3. But again, as you can see, I'm sorry if I'm not completely on camera there. Prince of Persia, all come with manuals. Again, the cases are in great shape. I will, again, be testing all this. But, man, I was, needless to say, happy when they accepted my offer. Hopefully there are no issues. I would be shocked, though. Again, you never know. I mean, when stuff gets shipped and goofy things happen. But, again, they packaged this up so well, I would be really surprised. Actually, there's a loose game. I didn't even know there was a loose game. Maybe that was just kind of a throw-in. But Time Splitters 2. I don't know much about that game. Here's one that was just loose. It's Ninja Gaiden Black. But the disc is, man, it's still pretty damn clean. I'm going to put that over there. 007. Again, manual. Midway Arcade Treasures. I don't know how many. 20 arcade games. Really cool. Another Midway Treasures, different one. Online enabled. It's funny seeing that. But there you go. Fusion Frenzy. Sorry, I like to show everybody the covers because I'm not an art person by any means. I'm not into art. This is Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter. Wait, this is why don't I remember these? I don't know what that is. Again, I'll be checking a lot of this Xbox game disc. Interesting. But one thing that's always, I think, drawn me to video games, especially as a kid, was the cover art. That is my art. That's the art I like. So Halo 2, sorry, Halo 1. And as a kid, like, you know, it's so different now buying games and buying just anything in general, right? When we were kids, if you grew up again in my day and age, it sounds so old right now. But, you know, the big thing back when I was a kid was VHS. And the way I determined on a lot of times on going to a local video store, yes, you know, for those, again, who are my age or younger, maybe some, or even older, is we would go to a local video store where you rent VHS tapes. But the way I determined on stuff I wanted to buy was not so much reading the back, it was looking at the cover of stuff. And I think maybe that's part of the reason why I'm drawn, and same thing with video games. I would look at the cover and I would flip to the back and see. but Lord of the Rings. And same thing with the comic books. It was always the covers that drew me in. Another Lord of the Rings. So again, I'm not a guy who goes out and buys artwork. It's just not my thing. I know everybody's got their thing, but video game cover art, VHS. You know, I looked at the covers, and that's how I determined what I was going to rent. Even when eventually got into renting video games, you were able to do that. Again, I don't even know values on a lot of these, but they came with 32 of these. So again, that's how we determine, and that's what again draws me in. I love, like I said, like if you saw my Mad magazines, it was always cover stuff. I recently got into buying some comics again, Tony Hawk, and some of the stuff, I'll be honest, like I didn't even read a ton of comics when I was a kid. I just loved having them, and I loved the cover art. So I recently, with NCAA football, if you got was it 2014 NCAA football, that goes for a few bucks. And I knew there were a few sports games. Again, sports games don't go for a ton or anything, but a lot of these I will be reselling. But anyways, back to what I was saying is I love cover art. Oh, the only one that didn't come with a manual. Maybe they didn't even have one. I don't know. Oh, two of them. Brute Force. So that's it. All 32 there. Very cool. Again, I got to test all those. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The art, and that's what kind of like gets me excited still about all this stuff. And again, this is where I have my retro video game set up, and I'll have a video of that soon. I'm gonna also have like a not a display case, but shelf set up to where you can see some of the games I have and whatnot. But again, if there's any game suggestions you guys could think of, because I will let you know, like the personal consoles in my collection are a GameCube, original NES, a PlayStation, original PlayStation, Super NES, and now I've added the Xbox to the collection. Any games you guys recommend? Oh, Switch also. And I'll get into more about like the Switch. Oh, I got a Wii too. Anyways, if you suggest any games or any like comics or anything pop culture related, drop a comment down below. I'm always interested to hear. Or if there's anything you're interested in seeing in my videos. Again, I know I don't have a ton of people watching right now, and not that I ever did, but I do enjoy the interaction and being able to see what you guys comment on and what you might suggest. So again, any ideas or any suggestions, please drop them below, and I will gladly take a look at any games you guys might suggest or comics, anything like toys related. I'm going to have plenty of videos on that as well. So that is it, though. Again, I didn't want to get anything too crazy here because, again, I got to test all this. Hopefully it all works. If there is something you see you like in any of these videos, let me know. Again, most of the stuff I'm going to be looking to sell anyways, but my main purchase was getting this, so I'm quite happy about that. So, again, appreciate anybody stopping by. Hit that like count, that like counter, all that good stuff. But, again, comments are always appreciated. And until next time, be good to each other. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you later.